Welcome to the Burgh Cave, where you need two things. You need one of these, and know a little something about this. Grab your brew, come on in and talk to the fellas. Let's go.
You don't understand.
It's the robot. It is draft week. Woo, what is up, GB? Draft week.
What up? What up? What up?
Draft week in the NFL and draft week in the Burgh, baby. I can't wait,
what?
man.
Hey, my son just showed his age.
Uh-oh.
He was like, that ain't no robot. I said, bro, you don't even understand. He just showed his age. He don't know nothing about Chappelle Show, bro. He don't know nothing.
Man, talking about something Roboto or something.
He looked at me like, this ain't no robot. I was like, bro, you don't understand. You don't even understand, guy. You don't even understand.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. And listen, this is a great week. You know, we got the Pens going on, so we appreciate people hanging out with us. Probably doing a little of a double feature. Listen to us here talking some Steelers draft. They got the Pens and the Flyers on. Let's hope
I gotta look at
hope our boys can bounce back.
Post WrestleMania Raw as well. It's a jam-packed Monday night, bro.
It definitely is, man. It definitely is. And I was seeing highlights of the WrestleMania, and I saw a lot of the disappointments in it. But
I watched it.
I got to catch up with it. I'll catch up later on Netflix on Raw and see what the goings on with WrestleMania is. But man, draft week, we have a lot of buzz coming on though. So there are two quick stories I love to discuss with you and for everybody as they're filing in here. Two things that came out is Adam's watch. He said Oba versus Roman at SummerSlam.
Let's get it.
Looks like it's building up to be that way. Two quick stories that I think that are going to affect the draft, right? The first one we kind of knew because we've told everybody on the Twitters and everything else who were listening. The Broderick Jones injuries he came out. The press came out. It was like a press release, something like that. It came out that he's experienced a setback with his neck. You know, and he had diffusion surgery. So we looked at this regardless of his current conditions here on April 20th. We're like, you know what? The Steelers cannot afford to ignore offensive tackle just because of this. You hear neck surgery, man. There's a lot of caution.
Right.
GB coming out with that news today. One, did it surprise you that there was a setback? Did this change your draft thoughts at all? What say you on this news of Broderick Jones?
Well, we addressed it. You know, this has been on the radar for us since after the season.
Right.
When we got into the preliminary, off season, and we've been looking at this and saying, hey, this is definitely something that is on our radar because neck injuries are serious and you just never know how they're going to play out. So am I surprised? No. Am I more concerned? Yes. Do I feel any different about Dylan Cook? No.
Mm-mm.
So as far as like the draft strategy is concerned, line was always an option because of that, at least in our eyes, right? Because we've been talking about this. So nothing really changes. As far as I'm not really still, I like Dylan Cook personally. Like,
as do I. I'm rooting for him.
I think he's a hard work dude. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have the best skills. You know what I mean? Not he's not like I'm gonna say skills, but he doesn't have the best measurables, if you will. But dude, he's all right. Like he was doing the yeoman's work. Listen. At the end of the day, when you're playing football, it's 11 people doing their job, and Dylan Cook was one of 11 that did his job the right way the majority of the time. Yeah, he messed up a couple times, but bro, overall, he was sound football assignment. His assignments was right. He was executing right, and no, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, yeah, I'm okay. I think, and you know what, and this is a good point here too. I want people to understand is, like Adam was saying, Khan said there are no changes. The national media said setback. That's also what I'm thinking about as well, is what is the actual setback that they're referring, if any. I do think offensive tackle was something that the Steelers needed to address regardless. I mean, let's just think about it. I mean, they got 12 picks. For the sake of our 7-round mock here tonight, we're going to select the 12. There's just too many things that going on with the trades. It's really hard to predict. And I think it'd just be easier for us just to go through and select players, just so we can give our opinions on more players. Because again, if we say pick this guy in the 3rd and they pick him in the 5th, I'm not worrying about being spot on right. If vice versa, if we say pick the guy in the 7th, he goes in the 6th, or vice versa, it doesn't matter. It's just about the positions, I think, in certain players. So I think we can provide feedback maybe on 12 or so players that, if the Steelers would draft them, I think would be a really good selection, including offensive tackle. I do have a few names that I do like with tackle, but go ahead, GB.
And let's also say this is just, opinion. We're not know-it-alls. We know some.
A little bit. A little bit.
We're not going to go and get into Twitter beefs and all that craziness. Like, we're just going
to
give you our opinion. But if you get disrespectful, we'll come back. but don't get it twisted, But no, we're going. We're just going to give our opinion, and we feel like our opinion is fairly educated as well, with experience, with coaching, with field experience. There's a lot that comes with it. So it's not just one day we woke up and said, "Hey, let's do a podcast because we've been playing Madden all our lives." No,
exactly.
We fell in love with the game of football a long time ago. Some of y'all weren't even born when we fell in love with football.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I used to play, when I used to take out the garbage as kids, I used to throw trash bags to myself like it was a football.
Really, bro.
I mean, I fell in love with the game a long time ago, bro.
I mean, just play a 10-yard fight, bro. Come on, man.
Yo, Loyal, what's up? Somber, what's going on? I love seeing you guys back, man. Appreciate you guys for coming back for another round here. I like, there's 2 more quick things on this. The second one, GB, are you buying? And anybody else, are you buying the draft day trade rumors of Highsmith or Herbig?
Oh, I mean, logically speaking, I could see it because Herbig has 1 year left, and if I'm not mistaken, Highsmith has 1 year left too, right?
No, Highsmith has a few more years.
Does he have a few more years? Well, from a Herbig standpoint, yeah, I could see that, because if you're not going to sign him long term, or if it's not in your plan to do that, and I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, I've given my opinion on this on several occasions, but I don't know what they're going to do. But from that standpoint, I think conversations are had, but conversations and execution of trades are 2 different things. And Omar Khan kind of addressed that today. He said, like 5% of that stuff has any substance. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, I'm in agreement with that. Like, I think there conversations, phone calls are made and stuff like that, but there's nothing. I don't think there's anything really brewing.
Yeah. So I want to make clear on this as well. And again, I've said this many times on this channel, and I just wanted to wrap this up again before we do this full draft. Is I'm in favor of trading nobody on this, because unless you have a plan. Why trade an experienced, proven player just to go draft an unproven, unexperienced player? And especially with the Highsmith's case, you're going to have $11.6, $11.8 million dead cap. It significantly drops. I think you're right around $6 million next year. Herbig, that's not the case. But then why you drafted Herbig. Well, here's the point: this current staff outside of Khan did not draft Herbig.
Correct.
So we'll see what happens. Again, I don't think that's smart to do so, but does not mean the Steelers won't do it. I just don't think it makes a lot of football sense unless they have a draft day plan or somebody overpays for them, and you're kind of like the Steelers are made an offer they really can't refuse for said player.
Right.
Those scenarios, I think, is warrants a move being made.
And if you're really serious about making, because it feels like with the offseason moves that they've made, they're still very serious about competing in 2026, right? So if you're serious about doing that as well, then yeah, are you going to be better off without Nick Herbig or Alex Highsmith on the team? I don't think so. In 2026? No, I don't think so. That's a future thing. I don't think that they subscribe to that. I mean, unless it's something that's you can't miss, like you just can't, like, for example, what they gave Dexter Lawrence went to Cincinnati for a first, bro.
For number 10, and they only signed him for like a 1-year extension. So the Bengals only got him till 2028. That's silly. That's insane.
That's my point. Like, so my point is, if somebody's willing to do something silly like that, then all right, I'm like, all right, let me think, because now you're talking about, like, that was the 9th pick. If it was like the 10th, if it was in that top 12, 11 or whatever, and they was willing to deal for something like that, I would have to at least let it marinate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I like Tyrone's point. I mean, Highsmith would be the odd man out, because I think if you trade Highsmith, you're insinuating you're going to give Herbig a deal.
Right.
TJ Watt, and Steel Loyal makes a good point here, is TJ's
very much so.
Yeah. Because it's $30 million. Now, the only thing you could do with TJ is wait till after June 1st. And then it's 3 consecutive years of $10 or $11 million dead cap hits. If not, it's $30 million this year if you trade him in the draft day. It just becomes too much of an issue on this.
Yeah.
And again, Somber, 100% depends on what they get and the value is. And again, what I'd like, and you're right, they could get somebody in the second round, right? But but there's other needs and draft needs that they could get if they don't, and they already have a proven player. But again, we don't know, Coach Graham's plan. We don't know this as well. So there's a lot to be had there.
This is totally off topic. Can you put that dude's picture back up? I'm trying to see what he's looking at.
He's giving us the Undertaker.
Is that what that is?
I don't know. I'm looking like he looks like the eye roll. Somber, is that what that is? Is that like the Undertaker?
You gotta let it. There gotta be a story behind that, bro.
I like it though. He looks like a badass right there. I like it, but
there gotta be a story behind it, bro. I gotta know.
Yeah, here we go. My eyes rolling back to my head.
Yeah.
Hey, look, he's looking at nothing. Oh man, that is great. So we're ready to get this in. What's up, Christine? Welcome back.
Hey,
great to have you back. Appreciate everybody coming back here. So right now we're going to start our 7-round mock draft. We're going to use Draft Buzz, and I don't know if any of you guys have used Draft Buzz. I ran 3 quick scenarios before we went on air. No glitches. No glitches like last time. So we're going to see. I may have just jinxed myself, but we're going to see. Oh, you tell me 2-zip already? What's up, Mark? How you been, man? I did not realize that, and yeah, it is 2-0 Flyers. God damn it! Wake up! Wake up is right. Damn it! Somewhere's like, yeah, you know what? It's not realistic at times on Draft Buzz, but we're just gonna have a little bit of fun here with this. This is the one that's been running smooth. I did run one. Had Sunny Styles dropping, but listen, I like that there's a lot of educated fans in here, and I love it. But this is what I'm gonna use right now, just because again, I took the random factor to 3, and we're using just a standard Jimmy Johnson one. So let's just have some fun with it. Again, this is all just for conversational purposes, because again, we could have a really good simulator And don't forget, we got the Browns picking. We got the Giants picking twice. They could throw this damn draft in the left.
And right,
with
and
the left turn,
you
right?
just never know how things. You just never know how things are going to turn out. I mean, this time last year, people were still thinking Shador Sanders was a first-round pick. So, like anything is possible at this point. Like I'm not gonna dismiss anything. And again, we preface this like we're not gonna pretend like we know everything that's going to happen in this draft, like because it's just not predictable. The people that get paid a lot of money to study this and do this as a job every single day still get it wrong a lot of times. Just look back from a couple drafts ago. You'll be like, damn, they really took him.
Yeah, and the thing is too
man.
The thing is too, like GB and I, we watch a lot of ball. I especially watch. If you see my 4 TV man cave down here, I watch a lot of football, a lot of college ball, and I still don't know half these dudes' names. I have to go back and look up. And I am, if it comes to it, because a couple of people here educated me on a name, Dominique Orange from Iowa State.
Oh, yeah.
And you and I were going back and forth with Darrell Jackson. So if it comes to that point where we may need to select one of those, I have a comparison that I looked at tape. I read the Draft Buzz and other profiles, and I think there's a really true comparison. Again, like we said last week, both of them are excellent prospects. It depends on which aspect of their game you want to coach up. So,
yep.
So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right. So we are going to do the 7 rounds. Again, we are not going to do any trades because I think it would just take too damn long. But we're going to go here. So we're using standard Jimmy Johnson. I think this one is, again, has the most realistic. I do agree. This is there's some picks out there that are kind of far-fetched, but that's what the draft is. And I'm going to use the Draft Buzz rankings. Only picking the Steelers. And we are going to go here. So the only thing I have to do is fight these stupid pop-up ads. So just bear with me on this. So here we go.
And here we
start the draft. Mendoza is first. Ruben Bain. That seems to be the consensus top 2 picks. Caleb Downs. Yep. See, there we go. Ty Simpson with the Browns. But leave it to the Browns to screw up the draft. I'm telling you.
Hey, bro. That almost made me spit out my Powerade, bro.
Oh, man.
All right,
All right, get out of here.
Out.
See, here it is, too, man. I don't think Sonny Styles is going to be there.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this. GB, is anybody worried about Sonny Styles not producing at the NFL? And here's what I'm asking. I've seen a lot of these combine warriors, if you will, that just blow the charts off these combine tests, Mike Mamula and others. They get to the league, they don't do well.
Yeah. No, not him.
So
no.
Hey, I tell you what, though, for the sake of keeping it real, for
his daddy is, and I know where his daddy's. I said I know who his daddy is, and I know where his daddy from. Nah, not him.
Yep. And again, I'm just basically playing devil's advocate and making a conversation. Yeah. I agree. I mean, I don't think he would be, but I can't remember who I was talking to. Was talking about a lot of these combine warriors that don't, and I'm just using it as a generalized term. They get to the NFL and they kind of like flourish out a little bit. I think who's like the big Mandrich from the Packers, that big offensive lineman, all those dudes. All right. For the sake of the realistic Steelers draft, we're going to pretend Sonny Styles is not there. Okay. Is our guy here? Okay. So Vega's still here, and everybody here loves Vega, and I do too. Right. And see, who was the top tackle? Now, I've heard a lot of good about Blake Miller from Clemson. What I like is he's only missed, I think, a couple games his entire career. He's very durable. Is that too much of a reach for a tackle?
Right.
Or are we going to stay like what we did last week and do the consensus of being Vega, which I believe it should be, but does anybody else think different?
What else is what can you go back to the all? I'm
sure
curious
can
to see what the other than Sonny Styles.
You got a couple good corners. For what the Steelers need, I don't know if corner would be a good first round pick. Marcus, stop playing, fellas. Just pick Vega. Oh man, I know we're just having a conversation to see if this would go any different. I think
scroll
I'm
down just a little. Just scroll down just a little bit. I'm trying to see what the
What's
top on the all. Can you scroll down a little bit? I just want to see who's left as far as the receivers are concerned. See.
Here's the things right here. Vega.
I don't think so. Let me just make this abundantly clear.
I don't think
I think that I think that the jig is up, and Jordan Tyson is gone. He's gonna be way gone before we get a chance. I don't think he's coming down to 21. For me, and I've been on record to say this. I think he's going to be the best dude in the draft this year, bar none. I would love to even, like, personally speaking, I would love to even trade up to get this guy, because I feel like we could have a very explosive offense to go with this opportunistic defense and really do some damage. But for shits and giggles, because I know he ain't going to be a part of that, Vega's definitely something to talk about. The other one too that is interesting is the Dylan Thieneman pick as well. And it wouldn't surprise me if they went that route. I'm just putting that out there, right? I just think that. And then the other one that just so you don't get too disappointed is, and I wouldn't even be all that disappointed, but I'm curious to see. Move up a little bit. Can you give me the measurables for Caden McDonald? 6'2", 326. No, that ain't it. No, because he was talking about they're talking about 245 a lot.
Yeah.
So now you're talking.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Graham came out with a 2.45 alignment with flexibility, which I think Sonny Styles would actually flourish in. But
right.
So I would say for the first round pick, because that's such a need.
Don't take Vega.
I am going to draft Vega because I do honestly there's a good chance he's going to be gone too, because I think someone like Baltimore or even the Giants or somebody would take him. So
I would not be upset if they took.
Yeah, and I do think
you know how I feel about him too, man. He's a bully, and he's one of those guards that you take in the first round because you know.
Yeah, I think exactly he could be like a Frazier, where it's like he could be a borderline Pro Bowler his rookie year.
1,000%. 1,000%.
All right, so we're going down here.
For the 1-2 punch that you already have at running back, you want somebody like that to be running, counter and power for you and duo and what have you.
Exactly. All right, so we are here at pick 53. So here's the one guys that just went before. So tackle here, Jacob Rodriguez went. Cornerback from Ohio State went. Excuse me, Chris Johnson was the only corner that the Steelers brought in. So Caleb Banks.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say if the draft fell this way, I feel like, there's a couple dudes. I'm kind of not high on CJ Allen. I did not like his tape. As far as like his workout, he was stiff.
Okay.
He was stiff in the hips. I was like, no, we already got that.
See, here's where the guys made sense. They wouldn't draft him with now getting Sexy Dexy and then Jared, or was it Allen?
Right.
Like but who knows? Okay. Anyways, again, we're just having some fun here.
But at any rate, what I was going to say was I think that they would absolutely run to the podium if Emmanuel McNeil-Ward was available in the second round as the safety from Toledo.
Okay. Do you want to do that? Who's available here at wide receiver?
I want to see who the wide receivers are, though. Well, I would take Bernard, though.
Yeah, Bernard. You can cross off Branch.
Yeah, I don't think that
Or
Branch
let
is
me
in
ask you
the
this though too, because I've heard a lot of good things, and I want everyone's opinion. I've heard a lot of good things about
Skylar
Skylar Bell.
Bell.
And
Mm-hmm.
Skylar Bell could probably be had in the third round if you wanted to address something else. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about the Toledo safety, but I also like some safeties later in the draft, like VJ Payne and others because of matchups. But the kid from Toledo is a pretty damn good safety.
He's not going to be in the second round, so I don't even want to look
Yeah.
at it because I think he's going to be a day one pick, I believe.
Yeah. It's some, but the reason I'm crossing Branch off is whatever he just got into down there in Georgia. I mean, it's some off the field issues. So,
and for the record, I did not like Zachariah Branch to begin with because his route tree was limited, and the percentages of his routes were.
How was your bond? $39.
Regardless, bro, the amount of screens that he ran in college, bro. No, I'm not. Nope.
Yeah,
I remember a dude named Troy Edwards from 19. But no, we're not. No, we're good. We're good. Give me somebody that got a little bit more.
Yeah. So hold on. Let me get out of here. So are we going wide receiver, or do you want to go ahead and take another position, or do you want the safety from Toledo to see what happens?
Well, the other one is Anthony Hill Jr.
Anthony Hill Jr. Yeah, because Jacob Rodriguez already left. Is this too early to address the inside linebacker or someone like Anthony Hill because Patrick Queen's on the last year of his contract? Peyton Wilson, to me, although, again, the 2.45 is good, but I don't think he's an every down inside linebacker.
Right.
Someone like Anthony Hill is just sideline-to-sideline monster. Would he be a pick? He could help participate in 2026, but he's more of a 2027 and further selection. What do you guys think? And then we'll make a selection here. Do we get any thumbs up for Anthony Hill, or are we going –
the good news. Here's the good news about this Steelers roster as it's set up right now. Mm-hmm. There's not really a need for a lot of starters,
right?
Not immediate. You know what I mean? And that's a beautiful thing. You know, for the most part, like I could even see if we didn't, if we just picked up depth all the way across, I could even see something like that. But for these purposes, right now. I feel like the biggest weakness, though, and where we need to significantly upgrade is the third wide receiver. We have to significantly upgrade, and no shade to Roman Wilson, but I think there's a lot of people out here who could provide more than what Roman Wilson has provided so far. And I do believe that, given, your boy he likes some big boys, and I don't think that he has the twitch like that your boys have had in the past that. The small guys that he's had in the past from Green Bay and what have you, I don't think that he has that. So
no,
I don't know.
I
like the.
I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go Bernard. It's boring. We've done it before, but I think it's really the best value, and especially now since we're doing all 7 rounds, we could pick up some value somewhere else. So let's go ahead and take Bernard. See, also I like this too because at least we can view who we have selected here on the right.
Is anybody going to be upset that if we took Vega and Bernard in the first and second round? I will not be at all.
Yeah.
If it fell this way, not one bit.
Yep.
Do I want other people? Absolutely. But if it fell this way, hey, it is what it is.
So I got a question for you guys. GB specifically.
Mm-hmm.
What? You're going to offer a Trent Williams? No. Get out of here. No. All right. So pick 76. Let's look at all first right now. Okay. Trotter's available. Other ones. So let me look at linebacker. Because here's an interesting pick. Maybe not at 76, but we could even maybe get him back at 85. So we talked about linebacker and safety being a need, right? Again, a depth piece. Okay. I'm going to play Homer for a second because of this 2-4-4-5 alignment.
This ain't Homer. This is football, bro.
This is football.
I already know where you going. Absolutely.
Kyle Lewis can fit both of these.
Yes,
Right?
fits the mold.
Kyle Lewis could fit here's why, and this is also why I like someone like a VJ Payne later. What is the NFL right now? Is a 12 and 13 personnel matchup, right? Kyle Lewis can play matchup in the secondary. He could play big linebacker, or I could play a small linebacker or big safety. He would be a Swiss Army knife in this type of a 2-4-5 alignment. Is it killing two birds with one stone with Kyle Lewis? And I'm not saying here at 76. Maybe we wait and see if we can get him at 85. But what are your thoughts on Kyle Lewis now that Graham has announced it's more of a 2-4-5 alignment?
Listen, there are dudes that it just doesn't matter where you get them. You just know that it's about contribution at the end of the day. And when it comes to Kyle Lewis, like, I truly believe he's going to be a very, very, very good high-end player for a very long time in the NFL. I really do. With that said, there are some names out here that I'm seeing that really that I'm very intrigued by as well. Go back up to all real quick and slide it down just a little bit. I don't think Keontae Scott's going to be available in the third round, but that's all right. I mean,
no, not the third round. No.
And
Tyrone, you talk about Tyrone. You talk about 1 second Stukes. Which one is?
I was
Stukes?
just saying that. That was like Stukes was on there too. I don't know if he's going to be in the third round either. But if he is, you take his ass. Trading Stukes.
They just brought him in. Yeah.
Yeah, they brought him in too.
Yeah, you're right, Tyrone. Yeah, they did bring him in.
Yep.
Like I said, this is a good problem to have. And the reason I'm looking at safety too is there's a lot of short contracts and then aging Ramsey at safety. So I think safety is in play in the top 5 picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they're saying Stukes is in the top 40, 45. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
100%. I think Scott might be gone too, but for somebody who's pretty corner needed, I think the Steelers, I'm going to tell you this, if they spend a first or second round pick on a corner, that means JPJ is probably not getting re-signed, and I don't want that. I want him to get his contract. I think corners is something they can wait a little bit to get. I'm looking at safety on here. So Halsey,
what's the crowd saying? What's the crowd saying?
So I saw a couple, no problem with Kyle Lewis. We saw Arizona safety. Obviously, Stukes is there. Christine was talking about Halsey as well. I think is again all very, very good suggestions. GB, I'm going to give this one to you, and then I'll be a tiebreaker for 85.
I'll put you on the firing range.
I'll put you on the firing. Yeah, so it says, still a slot corner is something that they need. How big is Keontae Scott? How big is he? Let me see. I forget.
Yeah.
5'11", 193. Yeah, he could be a good slot guy to come in and maybe, take over a starting role for an injury or something like that.
Yeah.
I think he's got enough pedigree for that. GB, do you want to do slot corner, safety? What's your pick here, bud? I think Stukes is a bigger dude.
Yeah.
6'1", 190.
6'1", yeah. I'm pretending like trading Stukes is not on the board, and I'm also pretending like Keontae Scott's not on the board as well. I feel like he's going to be a little bit further up. More realistic, I do believe that Kyle Lewis is somebody that they're actually looking at because he fits the mold for the 2-4-5 that they're looking for. So for me, I am complete because again, even if it's conceptually a reach to whoever says what, I don't really care.
Right.
It's about contribution. And if the dude is a player, and this guy, I promise you, this is a dude, man, for real. The only reason why Kyle Lewis is even in the third round because he's 6 foot 220. That's the reason why. The end. Because everything
Yeah.
else, he is a ball player. His sideline to sideline is so freaking ridiculous, and he's the best coverage linebacker in the draft as well.
Which the Steelers have struggled to get. I mean,
which we have struggled with,
yeah.
including who we thought was going to be the answer, Peyton Wilson, who also struggled as a coverage linebacker as well. Kyle Lewis ain't that though. I've been watching this dude for a couple years now. That dude he is a baller. So I would take him all day long.
All right, GB is the general manager.
That's not a homer pick, bro. That's a football pick.
Nope. So, all right, we're gonna go Kyle Lewis, linebacker, because I think he solves a couple of needs. Even though Brisker's in under contract, a couple other guys, I like it because again we struggle with coverage linebacker.
Oh man, woo. Just think about it from a grand scheme of things, like just adding that piece to what we already have. That's the part that gives me the goosies thinking about it.
So here we could still take Halsey, which some people, Christine likes. Stooks is still there. This shit isn't realistic, bro. Dylan Everett's a corner I liked in more of a fourth round and on type of guy. I liked him. He had some pretty good measurables and pretty big. But okay, so we got all here. So we got, let's see, D lineman. Here's our Darrell Jackson Jr. So let me pause here for 1 minute, guys.
Yep.
Last week we had a very good discussion about Dominique Orange, who went earlier in this draft.
Yep.
As well as Darrell Jackson Jr. from Florida State. Here's the comparison. And again, I know I could tell some of our fans here and the people that are coming in here are very educated. So you guys and gals may know this already. But, GB, I don't know if you know this. So Dominique Orange, 6'2", 322. And obviously Darrell Jackson, 6'5", 315.
Yep.
So Dominique Orange, great quick first step, right? He's definitely he's more of a gap guy, I think, than Darrell Jackson is. Both, and he's good against double teams. He could tackle people while engaged. Again, this is what some of his profile, and they're pretty consistent across multiple profile views. And what he is limited in is his pass rush abilities, which is same with Darrell Jackson, right? The questions were his range and pursuit abilities. That was Dominique Orange. They say he's like a phone booth guy. He's a beast in a phone booth, but he's a pretty much a short range guy. Again, these are all draft profiles, and draft profiles are wrong all the time, but this is just what's said. He basically could be a run stuffing nose tackle and a rotation guy. Ceiling is if he's in the right scheme, he could be very productive.
Yeah.
Now, Darrell Jackson, rare size and length at his position. His thing is a wingspan. You know what wingspan to me thinks of is automatic special teams as well, too, with the hands up or hands up with batted passes. But again, strong anchor versus the run as Orange is. Now, they say Darrell Jackson is a willing chaser. And I've watched a few Florida State games this year, and he is that. Pass rush is not very good, as same with Orange. So both of those are it's also coachable, right? And anybody who's 6'6", obviously has leverage issues, especially with double teams. That's coachable, but again, you're 6'6", and inconsistent with coming off the ball. That's let captain get into his ass and do that. So GB, is what I said about Darrell Jackson, is that something you see could be coached out of him? We haven't had one of those in a while.
It's been a minute.
Is that something inconsistent coming off the ball, leverage issues? Now, you can't do anything about 6'6". Is that something that you can coach out of him where you think he is worth a third-round pick maybe or a fourth-round pick?
I was going to say you also can't teach length either.
Right.
And 6'6" and in a two front. I mean, just look at the other bodies that they have. With Hayward, with YA, with Harmon. I mean, they're all long, bro. Those are all long boys.
Yeah.
So Jackson fits the mold. Benton is that's more. Orange is more like a Benton where Jackson's more of a Harmon type body, like the dancing grizzly bear. As far as as far as I'm concerned, I would want the dancing bear right now.
Yeah.
That's what I would, because we have what we need as far as the one guy. I feel like you cannot have enough run stuffing long dudes if you run the 2-4-5, man. You got to have those dudes.
Okay.
Leverage is everything, bro. Like that. I mean, leverage is everything, but length is as well, man. You got to be able to get on them before they get on you.
Okay, so do you think Darrell Jackson? Again, I don't know if it really matters at 85 or 99, but here's something else that I think that could be in play.
I'm gonna say, who else is out here though?
Eli Stowers.
Yeah.
Tight end of Vanderbilt, who's also more of like a big receiver. This could be a version of double dipping in wide receiver. Right? Just throwing it out there as a conversation before we make the selection.
Who's the other receivers?
Right now, Skylar Bell's still there. Now, if you also could take him and Bernard and double dip and then be early with your wide receivers and get to impact wide receivers.
Yeah.
But I know there's some other receivers down the line that could be available. I mean, you got Ted Hurst is also there, could be available. Ted Hurst to me has the best hands in the draft. He is not a shifty guy. He's not a super fast guy, but he is a combat catch guy. He has the best hands that I've seen in this draft. I'm watching the tape of a lot of these receivers, and I watched most of probably the top 25 or so receivers. But he's more of that possession guy, which also could work in that middle of the field guy that we need. I'm okay with even taking Bell or Hurst and then maybe seeing if Jackson is there at 99. Or we take Jackson now, and if one of these two are available at 99, we pick up that guy.
What are the safeties in the corners looking like?
Okay. Halsey is there. Who's a beast.
We haven't.
Taff is good. He's more of like that. And he's like an Adam Archuleta and a much type of receiver. Type of D-back. Those are also good picks. Again, but I think also we kind of addressed safety a bit, even though Kyle Lewis is a linebacker.
I'm looking at corner though. I'm not looking at safety.
Okay. Corner right now. I mean, Stukes. I mean, you can play shits and giggles and have a really great draft. Putting Stukes there, but
who else is down there though? Just out of curiosity.
Everett's decent. Muhammad
I do like
not bad. Yeah, he's good there. Kilgore. I thought he was a safety, but they have him as a corner. He's actually like a big dude. Bud Clark at safety is pretty good. What do you got? I'm gonna go. I think
you got this one, bro.
Yeah. You know what? I am not going to pass up. You know me. I'm not going to pass up. I forget how tall is he? 6'4", 206. Oh boy. You put him in, and he is your 6 foot 192. Yeah, I like him too.
I like a lot of these dudes.
I like a lot of these dudes. Who makes the best? Skylar Bell, Ted Hurst, Bernard. You know what? I want a guy that can also kind of go out a little bit more on the outside because we have Bernard. I'm going to take Ted Hurst here, and I'm hoping that I can come back around with Darrell Jackson and pick 99.
There you go.
Might burn me in the ass, but I'm going to do it. Get out of here.
Do it.
Skip ad. Come on, don't do it. Come on, peeps. He needs to be there at 99. I'm actually going to go right to the D line. Stay there, my man. Stay there. Let's go.
Get him.
I'm just going to get him because we spoke about him.
You said they run into the podium?
You run into the podium for this one. I'm going to go quick on this one. We're going to go Darrell Jackson. Perfect. So I like those first picks. Look at those first 5 picks.
Be totally okay with that.
Be 100% okay with that. 100% okay with that. So, what are we looking at here now? Round 5. or round 4, excuse me.
4.
We got 2 picks in round 4. We got 121 and 135. And these stupid ads, get out of here. All right.
I think you want to
We'll
get
run on
tackle.
linebackers. Mike Washington went to Green Bay. That's good.
I was going to say tackle or let me see who we got there.
So they don't break these down by tackle. They just say offensive line here. So I read the bios of these 2 guys, and I don't like them at all. Let me tell you what tackle I do like. Like at all, bro. Now, I'd be lying to say I don't know much about him.
Is Markel Bell still on the was he drafted? Did we miss him? We must have missed him because you're going way down.
Yeah.
I don't see him.
Where's this one guy? Here's a guy I like it. It's probably too early to take him. Does anybody see? It's a Memphis guy. There he is. Travis Burke. Travis Burke, to me, reminds me of Big Al. Okay? Big Al Villanueva. 6'1", 325. This guy's got a mean streak in him. And I was listening to Sirius NFL radio, and somebody, I forget the name of the O-line coach. He comes on all the time with him, and I'm drawing a brain fart. He liked this guy. He said he shows a lot of nastiness, a lot of athletic ability, but he needs coached. We actually got a legit, great, storied O-line coach in Campen. Jahari Evans, even though he's more of a guard, Jahari Evans, a budding Hall of Famer there. So I like when I hear the word project with somebody who has on tape proven athletic ability. And this guy, he's really good in screen games. He's really good at getting out, like, pushing the guy outside and getting upfield on it because of how athletic he is. I'm not saying take him right here, but this is a guy to keep in mind because you could also see where he's ranked. This could even be later on down the road at tackle. Now, I say that.
Can he hoop?
Outside of tackle, where else would you want to go?
Can he hoop?
Maybe. I don't know. 6'9", he better be able to hoop, right?
That part. Well, let's go up to all.
Okay.
And see what BPA is.
Wide receiver, which we don't need. Center, which we don't need.
I would take Malik Muhammad right now.
Take the corner. So let me see his profile here.
6',
182. Let me see his measurable. So he runs a 4.42. I like the 10-yard split there. That's pretty good. Good vertical. Little light in the ass. But you give him some Permani sandwiches. He can pack on a few pounds. Right. So let's go look at his strengths and weaknesses real quick. Fluid hips, like that. Good with zone. Comfortable in press. Special teams contributor, which is really good because that's what you got to be whenever you're a rookie and you wait your turn. So all very good. Tackling technique inconsistent. That could be coached.
That's going to be coached for sure.
Ball production not matched. Just coverage ability. There could be many reasons for that. Ike Taylor didn't have really good ball production. He can't catch.
He can't catch.
Play action can pull his eyes into the backfield. Yeah. You know what? I like this guy. Yeah. And I think it does solidify at least good competition for slot corner. Eccles played pretty well at slot corner last year. Yeah. You have Asante Samuel Jr., I think could come in. I don't think if Asante Samuel would come on the field and you would kick Dean the slot. I don't think that's his game. Right. So I think if you put Asante Samuel Jr.,
there's nothing wrong with having depth in your DB room.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
I like what Somber said here. Is basically a smaller version of JPJ, handsy, tough, and fast. I like it. Oh. And I think I'm going to make this selection because what I also liked about it is he said he's really good on special teams, and I think that's a way that you make this team right away is with special teams contribution. So I'm going to go ahead and take Malik Muhammad here. And GB, this next one is 100% on you, sir. We are pick 135. By the way, man, I forgot to do this real quick. Shout out to Cinderlands Brewery for the pick is in IPA.
That's hilarious.
This actually is really good. If anybody watches the beer reviews on this, man, this is about an 8-1. I would highly recommend, if you're in draft weekend, if you could pick up some of these at the house, if they're available at the draft, which we'll talk about here at the end here, what we're doing. I highly recommend grabbing some of these for the draft if you're at your house, because these are pretty damn good if you're into the IPAs. Get out of here. GB, where are we going here, sir?
I was just going to say 420 is not a day that I drink. I would say let's look at let's look at
You know what? Actually, Mark brought up a good point with Muhammad too, being a gunner replacing Pierre.
Yes.
Very good point. Very, very good point.
Can I look at quarterback for a second? I just want to say something.
Okay.
Put a quarterback.
There's some interesting depth there.
There's some interesting names there. There's names that are on here that they brought in as well in the top 30.
They brought
Cole
three
Payton,
of those
Taylor
in.
Green. Yeah, Andrew.
They brought Aller, Taylor Green, and Cole Payton, right?
So,
I think Cole Payton came in.
Yeah, so I say that, saying that, being that they did that homework, I could see them taking one of these three right here in the 4th round. And I'm gonna actually all right, guys.
I was going to ask you this while GB's doing this. If you guys were to pick between Klubnik, Aller, and Green, Payton, hypothetically, just these 4, what are the thoughts out there? But go ahead, GB. I just want to kind of throw it out to the group.
Okay, so I'm thinking, what is Mike McCarthy thinking? And Mike McCarthy likes, Jesus, this is hard to even say it out loud. Mike McCarthy likes, he said AFC North quarterbacks. He said they're big with what he said, big hands. Big hands. And now Drew Aller fits that description, right? But Drew Aller makes very bad decisions. It's just what it is. The one that I feel that McCarthy sees that he could actually do something with in 26 and maybe turn into something in 27 and beyond is Cole Payton. That's the one I feel like he is going. That's the one I feel like he's in love with, and I think that's the one he's going to take. That's me. That's me being in the brain of Mike McCarthy. I feel like Cole Payton's going to be the quarterback that they draft in 2026.
6'3", 232.
And he's a dual
5'6", so he's pretty decent athleticism.
Yeah, he can run. Yeah, well, he can move. I watched a little bit of tape. He can move, bro. He can. Yeah,
look at his broad jump.
Yeah, he's an athlete.
Look at that broad jump.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he's an athlete, bro.
Wow.
40 I feel like vertical. McCarthy feel like he could do something with him.
40-inch vertical.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
I think they fell in love with that dude.
Let me ask you this, GB.
That's serious.
Or is it okay? Are you leaning towards taking Cole Payton here, or are you you want to see if he sticks around?
No, I'm 1,000% thinking this is where they would be looking at quarterback. Would be either I was already thinking this, either day 2, the last 2, if they had the 80 whatever, and then the 85th and 99th. I felt like if they were high on Aller or Nussmeier, I felt like that's where they would pick them. And then if they were high on, because I don't honestly think that Aller's going to be there in the 4th round. I just don't. Like I think he's actually moving up.
Flyer on him in the 3rd.
Yeah. So I'm kind of taking him out of the picture for a second. Mm-hmm. But I do think that they are high on Cole Payton, and I don't think that they're going to want to let him go.
Yeah,
that's one of those guys where you kind of just have him like you have a asterisk on said person because you want him. You know what I mean? Like you want to get him. So I could see them taking him now. Just because, and that's one of those guys that rankings notwithstanding, it's just one of those guys. I just think that they want him on the roster.
So
I think that's what it is.
I'm looking at Somber and Steel Loyal talking about Jack Strands. Is that a quarter? I'm not familiar with that name. That's a quarterback?
Who is it?
Somewhere. Jack Strands. They're saying his tape's pretty impressive. I'm just seeing if that's. Somber saying they could take Strands as Strands as an undrafted free agent in a camp body, which that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. You go to camp with at least 4 quarterbacks because you don't want guys throwing their damn arms off. So let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and take Cole Payton, Division II that worked out with Payton and his pro day. Okay. Division II. Yeah, some of those guys. He's 6'5", 240. I like that. I could see drafting Cole Payton like GB wants here and still taking Strand as a camp body as well, and you never know where he's going to go. So let's go ahead and take Cole Payton here. As GB said so. That's the bottom line.
I'm trying to think like Mike. Mike going to have – look, it may not be the 4th round, but I feel like that's
he's going to want his guy.
Yes. And I feel like McCarthy, that's one of his guys.
So let me tell you why I think it also makes a little more sense. It's just popped in my head. Let's say 2027 and beyond, you have Cole Payton and Will Howard is your 2 quarterbacks right now. Because Aaron Rodgers, if he comes back, is a 1-year deal. Even if you keep Mason around, he's on a last year of his deal. You have 2 quarterbacks that are pretty athletic. Cole Payton seems to be obviously a little bit more athletic than Howard. You don't have to change the offense much if they come in and out of the game. You know what I mean? If you call certain plays for mobile quarterbacks. Now, maybe mentally and physically they like different things. Obviously, Cole, I think, is a lefty versus a righty. That really doesn't mean much. But you call similar offenses with 2 mobile-ish quarterbacks. So I like that pick.
Yeah.
Here's what I like, though, too, is – and then Yinzer, y'all, by the way, welcome back, sir. A versatile tight end. This is actually what I was going to in my next pick, was looking at tight ends. So what tight ends are available? Daquan Wright is more, he's like that 6'4", 246. Pretty good receiving. Tight runs a 4.55. Or is it more Washington is more of your blocker. Let's see, this Klein guy from Michigan, 6'6", 248. What's his 40? A 4.61. That's not bad. Good vertical. I like this. Texas A&M guy. Let me see here. Some of these guys, I know the names, but I don't know much about them. 6'6", 245. So I'm looking for some athleticism here. 4.78. It's not bad for his size, but there's some others that are a little more athletic. Because again, we're looking at this. This is 3rd tight end at best, right? And I think they still have JJ Gilbreth or Galbraith.
Galbraith, yeah.
Galbraith. He's still on the roster too, so he's a 3rd tight end. But they're going to take 5 or 6 probably into camp. You know what? Just for the sake of not overanalyzing some of this stuff here in the later rounds, I think tight end is important to address. So I'm going to go ahead and take this Marlon Klein from Michigan because we do need another body here. And again, I like his size at 6'6", right around 250. Let me just look at something real quick before I make my final. Outstanding top-end speed for his size. I like that. Long strider. Strong hands that catch point and grip strength. I love it. That's what I would want. Route tree remains limited. That could be that maybe he wasn't asked to do a lot. Blocking technique. We're not really looking for him to be much of a blocker at this point.
And he's
Not
a
a
Michigan.
tackle breaker. So he's Yackless James.
Oh,
I think there's enough to work with this here in the fifth round. So I'm going to go ahead and draft him.
Let's do it.
All right, GB, you're up next, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Here's our draft pick so far, as you see here on the right. I think this is a hell of a draft so far. So we are last pick in the 6th, and then we got in the 7th.
All right, I'm probably going to take that tackle we was talking about earlier.
Okay, still Loyal's like he is a good blocker. Yeah, you don't know about that profile. I'll trust you on that one, sir. Yeah, again, profiles as well. They can be off here and there, but what's a need? I like the guy. Michigan tight ends tend to do pretty well. Who did you want, GB? What position do you want to look at?
I wanted to look at tackle.
So you got a guy from Notre Dame, Wagner. Let's see, what's his? Oh wait, people are still drafting. He just went. Oh, we got a couple of picks left. What about this kid from Wake Forest? Let's just wait and see, because we'll look at him and then he'll end up getting drafted.
Again, he's gone.
Yeah, and he's gone.
And he's gone.
Yeah, get out of here. All right, so you do have this guy, the Wake Forest guy was there.
Penn Staters, tell me about
311,
Nolan
no light
Rucci.
in the ass for a tackle.
Penn State fans, tell me about Nolan Rucci. What's he about? That offensive tackle right there. Tell me about him.
Anybody at Penn State fans in here that can tell us about this guy?
Oh, he's from Lidditz. Okay, he a PA guy. I see.
Lidditz?
Okay.
Where's Lidditz at?
Shit.
Other than PA.
Dude, I've been all over the state, and I'm getting my my cities confused. Hold on. I'll tell you in a second.
Okay, so they talked about this guy at the Senior Bowl. I like guys who go to the Senior Bowl too.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some athletic scores here, but these are just scores. So if he was an invite to the Shrine Bowl, Senior Bowl, I like that. Let me see what some of this is.
Oh, that's right. That's in Lancaster County. Yeah, I was thinking Reading, like out by Reading, but it's out that way. Yep.
GB, what about Yunzi? Y'all got a good point here about running back.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know what I thought we did, GBs? I think we missed the tackle. I think that I liked.
Oh, the Burke.
Yeah, the Burke guy. We missed him. Oh shit. Oh well. We do need help at tackle.
Well, I was curious. Like, did that dude play on Vegas side? I don't watch a lot of Penn State ball, so I couldn't even tell you. Like, what was that? What I mean, I like Singleton, but I don't like what he brought to the table. But that's it. Yeah. And I think he already got drafted. The running back.
I also think depth at running back. Yes, that's addressable, but I think that could be done undrafted though, because you got Dowdle, Warren, Johnson, and then what's dude's camp name? Nichols. I think Nichols is coming back too. So
didn't they bring somebody else in from?
Oh, that's right. They brought in. Yeah, you're right. The special teams demon. Yeah, I forgot. Homer. Yeah. Lou Nichols. Yeah, Lou Nichols is the guy. Yeah, actually, right. So we do actually have running back depth. I totally forgot about that. Yeah. My apologies on that one, fellas.
Go back to those tackles again.
That's where I'm at. So we got Wake Forest guy. We got Ricci from Penn State.
What's Alan Heron about? What's his measurables? 6'5", 308. Nah, man, give me big boy. Give me the 6'8" boy.
Who's that?
Nolan Ricci.
Nolan Ricci. 6'8". Sounds good. You're not gonna get any argument with me.
Before you do that, go to the BYU boy real quick. Hold on, real quick. Yep, Rucci, let's go.
Yeah, 293. That's real light for a tackle.
Little.
Hey, little.
He's not gonna be a tackle. Not 295.
Yep. A couple Penn State linemen in here. So we are now three. We got 3 picks left. We have 3 in the 7th. Yep.
Yeah.
We got them pretty quick here, 24, 30, and 37.
So I highly doubt that we're going to have 3 picks in the 7th, just for the record.
No, I don't think we have 12. I don't think we're not drafting 12 players.
No.
I think you're going to draft anywhere from 8 to 10 players, honestly.
I was going to say 7. If they like, and I'm still in the mind frame that if there is a dude that they can move up to get, they're going to do it, especially in Pittsburgh. They're going to make a splash. I think they're going to try to make a splash. Is Bettis is doing the first pick?
I don't know who's doing the first pick. I forget. Let me see here. Any edges? Always could take an edge. Is any of these names? Because we're at the 7th round. I'm just picking
these motherfuckers.
I'm just picking the position.
I don't know any of these motherfuckers.
Anybody comes out with a scouting report of one of these
God
dudes off the top of their cranium, man.
If you're a college football scouting savant, first of all, you probably should put a resume in. If you know it, you put a resume in for somebody's job, because this is like way deep down the barrel.
This is deep.
The only one that I've actually heard of was Justin Jefferson, the linebacker from Alabama. He's the only dude that actually. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know any of these. All right.
Dudes, bro. You know what? In all honesty, just because I don't know this, but I want to see. Sure. Actually, some are no problem. I'll scroll up on the picks here. So we can review this. So we got Vega, Jeremy Bernard, Kyle Lewis, Ted Hurst, Daryl Jackson, Malik Muhammad, got Cole Payton, Melvin Klein, and Rucci. Let me look at these two guys real quick. 6'1", 204. That's a little light. 4'8". Look at it. He's not very athletic.
Why is he even on here?
Well, why is he on? He's got a lot of red.
He's even here.
He's got a lot of red. Yeah.
From the Texas State Armadillos.
Yep. Let me see here, Ed, and then I see a couple guys saying look at safeties and receivers. I'll definitely take a look at that real quick after I look at this gentleman here. 6'5", 240. Now there's some size.
No, that's some size.
4'5", 9. Okay, not a bad 3-cone. Good broad jump, good arm length. So, all right.
That shuttle was trash.
Ooh.
He ain't that far away from my son, bro. My son, dad.
Ew. All right, let me go look at DBs real quick. He was there from safeties.
That sounds like a 4.65, man. This dude's a 4. What?
So we got Spears Jennings from Oklahoma. We got Isaiah from SMU. And dude from Xavier, that guy from
a lot of Iowa boys. Look at this.
Yeah, Iowa boys are pretty damn good. 6'2", 208. Let's see. What's he got here? He is a 4.48, which isn't bad. Small hands. The shuttle's trash. His 10-yard is trash. He only benches 14 reps. Trash.
Some of these dudes, hey, they got the same measurables as my son, bro. Like looking at somebody, he's like 14. I'm like, hey, that's
now look
close.
We got this dude here. He is still here. He's not here in the 7th round, by the way. But this guy is an absolute. He's a project because he is straight line speed all day.
Yes. Martavis.
The size gives you Martavis and Bryant vibes, but obviously Bryant's a lot better, more polished receiver than him because he's a little bit more physical.
But look at that.
But when you start saying 6'5", 220 or 215 and a 4.3, that's what they used to call him, the alien. How good he is. Yeah. So that's pretty good. Still loyal. I've heard about this guy. This guy's more of a good return guy. And I guess if you're going to put a third receiver in here, I don't think Bernard is a return guy. He could compete with Roman Wilson and possibly take the roster spot from Roman Wilson because of Hurst and Bernard if he is a return guy. Because if you get him as a third receiver taken, he's competing with because wide back's going to make the roster because of his special teams.
Yeah.
Do you take Caden and say, you know what, you're competing with Roman Wilson for a roster spot? I don't mind that. Okay. Yep. Somber. Here, I like this, what Somber was saying too. So I'm going to let everybody see. Showing good separation skills as a Senior Bowl, good depth at receiver. You guys sold me. I'm going with him. Let's draft him. 3 receivers, but we need him. I think McCarthy's going to build out his receiving core. We're probably going to keep 6 guys. So, and like you said, McCarthy didn't draft Roman Wilson, so he has no ties to him whatsoever. All right, GB, you were talking about safety. So we got 2 more picks. Best available. Let's go look at our picks one more time, GB, from a position perspective, where you want to go. So we got.
I'm just going to say for the record, if Eli Heidenreich does not get picked, I hope that we pick him up on undrafted as an undrafted free agent. I am very much rooting for him.
Yeah, you could even make a case that he'd be more. Well, he could play receiver and back, but it would be him back, or Caden could also be those picks as well. But,
I'm rooting for him to do big. I mean, he's he's a monster, bro.
Mr. Mount Lebanon, of course. I love for him to get drafted.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, like you're looking at corner depth, safety depth, O-line, D-line. What are we working with?
Let's go look at all.
Yeah, let's look at BPA and see what we got.
Wide receiver, tight end, running back, corner. There's a corner from North Carolina. Some defensive tackle, Brandon Cleveland. A lot of tight ends, running backs, safety. You know what? Let's look at this because we want to have some depth there. You want to take Spears Jennings or so?
I was just about to say that's Spears Jennings.
6'2", 205.
Yep.
All right.
4.32.
3-cone is trash, and he just needs to get a little stronger. But you know what? If he can cover and he's a matchup guy, I like 6'2" because, again, you got a 6'2", 210 guy. You can match up a lot of tight ends on him and use Kyle Lewis and others somewhere else.
And he may or may not even make the damn roster, man. This roster is stacked as it is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let's go with this guy because we need a safety.
And I'm not going to pretend like I know who the 7th round picks are and stuff. Like, I didn't know who YA Black was last year. I was like, but I found out real quick who YA Black was. You know what I mean? Like,
very quick.
Those type of dudes, like, you just don't,
All right, so
they're very high on Dante. Another dude you have to consider too. They're very high on Dante Kent last year,
that is true.
But he got injured. So, there's some other guys. There's some guys that are still on the roster that are still going to try to prove it, if you will, too. So it makes for great competition in camp. This may be a year I go back.
There we go. I took that edge from Nebraska that actually had those good measurables.
Big boy? Yeah.
Yep.
The 6'5" guy.
Hey, if we pull up this draft Thursday, I'd pass out. Me too.
Hey,
run down the street naked doing karaoke exercises. I love it. So he is an option, man. Listen, this has been fun. So we'll review this, and then GB and I have one other little topic we want to kind of go over, and then we will wrap us out. Again, always appreciate you guys. And while this is going, get out of here. You know what? No. While we're here, I do want to, because I did not mention this at the beginning, but I do want to mention here, Burgh Cave sponsor is my boys, that Celebrations Bar, Banquet, and Grill here on Steubenville Pike and Imperial. If you guys are coming from out of town, if you're coming in through the airport, this is right near the airport. Kind of stop up and say hi to Alex and Laura. They make some great wings, celebration rolls. They're the Burgh Cave's man cave away from the house. It's a great local bar. It's got a great outside area because the weather's going to be nice. It's going to get better than it is today, goddammit. But Celebrations Bar, Banquet, and Grill, there's our phone number, 724-695-4333. It's the great local bar that once they know who you are, you say, hey, you're a friend of the Burgh Cave or stuff, you may get some fun jabs at you. Obviously playful. They're very friendly staff. They like to have fun with you, but they're also very attentive. Very, very good local bar place. So Celebrations Bar, Banquet, and Grill, and a great, great local bar spot here. Let's look at review here, guys. Excuse me. Vega, Jeremy Bernard, Kyle Lewis, Ted Hurst, Darrell Jackson, Malik Muhammad, Cole Payton, Melvin Klein, Nick Rucci, Caden Wetjen, I guess, Spears, Jennings, and McCullough, Deshaun McCullough. Man, I would be very, very ecstatic with that.
I think that we did a solid job addressing position, and then also addressing, some people, right, that were in the top 30 that we feel that the Steelers may be high on, as well. Let me ask you this question: if there is three guys, your top three that you would like to see come out of the first round for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who would they be? Great
question. Yeah, that'd be great for everybody here. Just post real quick your top three names for the Pittsburgh Steelers, not the top three names of the draft. Obviously, I think Vega is going to be on there unanimously with everybody, and rightfully so. Your top three names for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Look, yep. Sommer first to weigh in. Vega, Tyson, Lemon. Okay. Like that. Vega, Cooper Jr.
Junior, Lemon.
Yep. I'm going to tell you this, what we're doing is GB said that he believes Tyson's is the best receiver in the draft. I can't argue with that with the athleticism. I think if you extrapolate out 3 years, I think it might be Cooper Jr. might be the best receiver in this draft. Because I think he is just getting started, if you will, learning the position. His insane body control, his balance, his strength. If you look at the body control, just look at that catch he had against Penn State to win the game. Guy is really, really good. He is just learning the position. But Tyson, obviously, with his athleticism, is just insane as well. Would not be surprised if he ends up being the best, but I just think Cooper Jr. is.
I'm just going to throw this out here. When they asked about Makai Lemon's meeting, Omar Khan said, and I quote, "It was outstanding."
Mm-hmm.
He spoke very highly of that young man, and it leads me to believe that they are extremely high on that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And they could also be doing a smokescreen as well. I do believe that receiver is very high on their list because I think that at the core they know that the weakest link is, if you're running a 3 receiver set, that the weakest link is Roman Wilson. We all know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need a third dude. So I would be totally okay with if it was here, and I see everybody saying that Lemon and them won't be there. It would not surprise me because we talked about this. We don't believe that they're going to have 12 picks. It would not surprise me if they traded down to get one of these guys. If one of these guys would slip into like 14, 15 range, it wouldn't surprise me. They have the picks to go from 21 to 15 or 21 to 14, 13, somewhere around there. I could see them taking a guy like one of their quote unquote guys. And for me, I feel like Vega's definitely one of them for sure. Right. I don't know if he's the guy because I really believe that it's going to be, I think that first round is going to be a receiver. I think they're going to make that the number one thing. So for me, I have Jordan Tyson. I have Omar Cooper Jr. and Makai Lemon, like right there together. and then Vega as well. Those are the three, and it doesn't even matter how. If I either any of those 4-ish dudes, listen, I'll be jumping. I'll be doing the Oba strut all over Acrisure Stadium. I'll be excited.
Hey, you rename it the Omar strut. Hey, I got a question, Mr. Steeler fan. His three, because this is the first time I've seen this. Rutledge, I do like. Rutledge is a sneaky second guard. Like if you swing and miss on Vega, Rutledge, I think, is a great second option at guard.
I think he might be thinking first, second, third round.
Or is that first, second, third rounds, Mr. Steeler fan? We were just saying your top three.
Your top three
prospects. That's what I was going to ask you. That's a good one. Yeah, it's not like who you think first, second, third round. Just like your top three Steeler prospects. If you want to change your answer on that, go for it, please. But
the first round pick.
If you misunderstood the question, my bad. So while we do, yeah, that's what he was saying too. So
yeah.
Yep. First round is volatile. You never know what's going to happen, and there's usually most years is when. Let me get this off the screen here real quick. There are usually most years it just takes one team to throw the curveball in, and a lot of times it'll start a run on a position, and all of a sudden, because of need, and we've said this many times, man, need is a terrible evaluator. The need starts an unnecessary run at a position. Then what happens is those quality players start falling, right? David DeCastro fell to the Steelers. Heath Miller fell to the Steelers. TJ Watt fell to the Steelers. So you get that, and it's a
we moved up for Santonio Holmes.
Santonio Holmes. Okay, so yeah, Tyson, Vega, and Proctor. Okay, got you on that one. Gotcha. I was starting to question the Carson Beck thing. I was like, what are you talking about, top three? But just got you misunderstood the question. So yeah, those are really good. Those are good. Those are three good players here, Mr. Steeler fan. So real quick, who is all in the chat that's out of town? And we know about Mark. We've been chatting with Mark for a while. That's coming in for the draft. Would love to be able to, or who else is, or at least going down to the draft. Would love to, throw together just a place to have a beer with everybody, or not, at least to shake hands, say hi and everything. Would love to be able to meet as many people as possible. And my ugly mug. If you see me around the draft, man, please scream out Burgh Cave or Dudek and just wave hi. Come say hi. I'd love to be able to meet everybody. Is everybody who's all going in and coming into the draft? GB, and while we're waiting on GB, when you going down? Like what time? I know you're still up in the air on a few things, but you have an
Thursday.
Idea? Well, what time? I'm nuts. Thursday. You'll be there right as the Steelers pick, man. I'm telling you.
I'll be there on Thursday. I don't know what time yet.
Man, I will be there early.
I know you are. That's a long haul, bro. That's like a Kennywood. That's like a Kennywood trip, bro. Like
that's what I'm treating it as, bro.
The first pick is 8:00. I mean, you know what I mean? Like the first draft pick is 8:00. You get down there at 1, bro. You ain't got like you used to.
I know I'm going to be there at least the first 2 days. I might not make it to day 2, but we'll see. But listen, I'm treating it like
you got 12 hours in you.
I ain't gonna be doing much of everything. Yeah, I think so. Listen, 82 and sunny. Man, listen, I'm just gonna be hanging. I want to soak in all the experience. It's a lot of walking involved. A lot of walking.
Yeah. Disney World.
Well, yeah. My body's broken in from Epcot not too long ago, so I'm still warmed up, if you will.
Yeah.
So.
And then my son's going down with his buddies and their buddy's mom too. So I got to find them at some point. It's a lot of moving parts.
Well, anybody who's on there, if you don't follow the Burgh Cave on the Twitters, please do so. I'm going to use that as the communication method of where we're going to hang out. I am trying to lock down at least a section of a place or a table, one table. Because honestly, I am working. I'm trying to work on Southern Tier. One, it's one of my favorite breweries, but through friends, we know the manager there. We're seeing if we can at least lock down a table somewhere, just to say, hey, can we camp out here for a couple hours? Plus, get off your feet for a little bit, and then if people were in town or in that area to come over and say hi, man,
it could be outside, like.
It's good. I'm actually going to prefer to be outside, right? Love for everybody to come down. Obviously, if GB's around, depending when he gets down there with his schedule, and have others, man, it's going to be a great time. And I'm hoping to be able to run into a lot of you guys and gals and just to say hi.
What time are you getting down there, actually?
It depends on the traffic, man. I'm hoping to get down there for lunchtime and have lunchtime there. So I'm going. I got 3 guys. We're gonna drive down together. I actually got a parking spot near PNC, one of the parking garages. So I actually got to go over the West End Bridge, all the way down Western Avenue, East Ohio Street, and come back down into the city because of the closures.
Oh,
I'm hoping not too many. Well, we'll see how many people know about that, but that's why I'm saying I don't mind one day.
Can you park on Wednesday?
Shit, I might leave tomorrow. But no, I got parking passes all 3 days just in case.
Yeah.
I was working and my wife came down. She goes, you know that there's still hotel rooms and parking spots. I looked up the hotel rooms. Nope, not paying $1,100 a night. No. But I did find them, and actually day 3 might not be. But my buddy might want to take his son down. If that's the case, he could just have the parking pass. He could buy my parking pass and have at it.
Yeah.
So I think that's a day it might rain a little bit. I think it's only going to rain in the morning. But we got back-to-back 80-degree days and sunny, bro. I'm just going to be down there.
Yeah.
And you know what the best thing about it is? I'm driving, so if I want to leave, I'm leaving.
You can leave whenever. That's right.
And you know what? Not like I'm leaving anybody down there. I can just take a bus home. There's going to be buses everywhere. So.
Well, my wife is dropping me off and picking me up. I'm not doing any driving at all.
She's just going to drop you off on the bypass, bro. You have to just hop over.
I told her, I was like, look, you might have to drop me off in Manchester or something. I was going to walk in. Oh, hey, I'll walk my way in. Drop me off at the UPS or the UPS. I'll make my way. Way down there.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time, man. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
Once you think about it, if they're going to rotate this every year, it's going to come back in what, 30 years? By that time, I ain't
going down there then,
bro. There's no way I'm going to be 87 years. No, ain't going to happen. So,
yeah, I ain't going to do that.
I'm doing it now. So Southern Tier's down in Charlotte now. That's awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're all saying has a beautiful brewery down there in Charlotte. So that's great. They got a gorgeous one here in Pittsburgh, and I'm still trying to get up to the main one up in New York. That'd be like a nice little long weekend trip up there. But all right, man. Hey, the guys, this has been fun. We appreciate everybody hanging out. I do. Thanks for the positive vibes. You guys have all helped us kill it this 7-round mock draft, the one and only 7-round mock draft. I'm not interested in trying to do multiple of these because it was driving so. Even though there are a lot of fun conversations.
Right.
Everybody's right. It's so hard to predict these. So it's gonna be crazy, but I hope to see you guys. I understand if I miss y'all because my dog's gonna be barking for sure. Mark, we're gonna. I'll find the.
That's
chat.
what I'm saying, Mark. I'm with you.
I'm gonna find the chats. The YouTube chats that you've replied to. I'll post where I'm gonna be. Especially once I meet up with GB and such. But like I said, love to buy you a beer for being a veteran as well, man. And you're obviously a big supporter of the channel, man. We appreciate you guys.
No doubt.
If we don't see anybody, we hope everybody has a great, safe draft weekend. More than likely, we'll be back here next Monday night. We'll see. I don't see any reason why not. But if not, we will let you guys know. But if you have subscribed to the channel, smash that notification button. You guys will know once we go live, because Monday would be a great night to review the draft. And I'm going to save some of these drafts and see how well we did or didn't do. And I'm mainly looking at the positions as I am names, although Vega, Bernard would be great at the top. So appreciate you guys. So before we get out of here, GB, where can people find you on your socials, sir?
Hey, help me out. I got hacked. Help me out. Follow me on Twitter, your_boy_GB1. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Yes, sir. Again, obviously, if you guys haven't already, subscribe to this channel here. Like, subscribe, hit that notifications button, help out the algorithms. Follow me on the Twitters at Burgh Cave, even on the TikToks. My kids actually got me going on TikTok, so Burgh Cave is on TikTok, Instagram as well. So appreciate everybody. Enjoy the weekend, and we'll talk to everybody on the next one. Go Steelers, and we'll see you guys.
Peace out.
Peace out.